Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Mood616 here, and it is that time again for another DVD and Blu-ray update. This is my haul for November 2016, of course, and yeah, Chars as usual, man. I've been trying to do this update for the last couple days, have not gotten around to... Actually, I should say I haven't been able to do it. A lot of things going on, a lot of family stuff. And let's just leave it at that. But of course, as usual, I just got a ridiculous haul here. Picked up a lot of older DVDs, a lot of cheaper stuff and things like that. Things I've just been wanting to check out, things I was knocking off wish lists and stuff like that. And of course, I picked up some pretty fucking cool Blu-rays too. So, but first up, of course, Chars. Yeah. Big shout out to my man Godzilla for picking this up for me. It's a collectible. As you guys know, I'm not like hugely into collecting, you know, figures and things like that. I like the odd things here and there. But this is one pop that I actually did want. And it, of course, is the Pennywise one. I think last month I actually said this was the last one that I was missing. And he found it for me, picked it up, so that's pretty damn cool. Pennywise, pretty cool stuff. Thank you once again, Dylan, for bringing that by my house for me. And I picked up a couple of these things. Now, these things are actually kind of cool. They're not charged up right now, but they're like solar powered. Once they charge, they kind of move and stuff. But we got a little Jason figure here. He just kind of does that. But yeah, kind of cool. I kind of like the way he looks. Kind of look a little dopey. And then of course we got Freddy here. Yeah, I'm a nut when it comes to anything Freddy. So, but yeah, they were cheap, so I grabbed them. But whatever. But yeah, let's get into these DVDs. Yeah.
We weren't always the most adventurous couple.
Once we kept the lights on.
But then we started using KY, yours and mine.
We were nervous.
There's an amazing sensation for her.
Amazing.
This one feels fantastic for me, and combined...
Oh, it's a completely new sensation for us both.
It's opened a whole new door for us.
I've come to clean your pool.
But we don't have a pool.
I'll come in anyway.
Next week I'm going to be a maid.
KY, yours and mine. His excites, hers delights. Together, feel them ignite. Keep life sexy.
Alright, first up here, we got a film that I have not actually checked out yet, but I have to say, man, this has got to be the most bizarre packaging of all time, with an awesome name for a movie also, and it is called Nutsack. Now, look at the packaging on this thing. It's pretty cool. They use like the shameless yellow cases, but it has like this gore shit all around it and stuff. Totally homemade. Very cool stuff. Apparently these things were limited. I'm not sure exactly what they were limited to, but I got 157. Pretty cool stuff though. Even the disc looks pretty cool. You can see that right there. I think it's a short. I think it's about 45 minutes long or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but I can't wait to check this out, man. But I really dig when people put this type of effort into the releases, into their indie releases, because let's face it, man, there's a lot of generic stuff out there. This is pretty cool stuff. So maybe I'll give that one a review. Moving along here, finally got my hands on a legit copy of these films. Now, these ones right here don't have a Region 1 release. This is a French double feature of Killer Crocodile and, of course, Killer Crocodile 2. This is the reverse art for it. If you're looking for this one, which apparently now is going for silly money, I got it for £9 on Amazon UK. And so I told my buddy Matt from Junior Horror Movies about it. And apparently it's going for like £35 now, so I don't know. But this is the cover underneath that you'll see. And I was astounded by this release, I have to say, because I wasn't really expecting, you know, the transfers to be that great. And it said that they were in 16:9, but a lot of times the descriptions are wrong on these things. And lo and behold, they actually are in 16:9, and they look really damn good. Like, the prints are fantastic. They sound good. They look good. I was really impressed with this. So, Killer Crocodile 1 and 2, if you've never checked out these films, give them a shot. They're such fun Italian films, so, you know, just Jaws ripoffs. But if you can find this release for cheap, I highly recommend it. It's probably the best these things are looking as of now. Maybe one day we'll get a Blu-ray, who knows. But Killer Crocodile 1 and 2, give them a shot. Moving along, now this one really pissed me off because I got this one used. It said, like brand new, everything, and I couldn't pass up the price. It was like $7, and $7 for like a Mondo Macabro DVD is a really good deal. And so it comes, well, the film is The Living Corpse. It's been on my wish list forever. But it has these stupid, ridiculous stickers right on the cover. Like, can you believe that shit? Why would you ever put that right on the artwork? It was an ex-rental, but you can tell this thing was never rented. Because the disc is like pristine, the case is like brand new. So they probably had it as a rental copy, never got rented. And yeah, it's in my possession now. It's one that I've had on my list forever to get, but this is going to bug me. If I can find another copy for cheap, I'll probably end up picking it up just because that really does bug me. It wouldn't bug me if it was a VHS, but being a DVD, that bugs me. But yeah, Living Corpse. I like this movie. I think it's fun. Super, super fun. The next two here, man, are ones I don't really know a whole lot about. I've had them on my list since they came out. And what caught my attention on I think the first one, it's actually presented by Ryan Nicholson. Now, if you don't know who Ryan Nicholson is, you probably shouldn't be watching this channel. But Ryan Nicholson, he's a great guy. He did Gutterballs and Hanger and things like that. Great director, good buddy of mine. And so his name was attached to this, presents, whatever. I don't know how much he actually had to do with them, but these are like German kind of torture films or whatnot. This one right here is called Le Petit Mort, right there. Looks pretty fucking crazy. I haven't gotten around to checking this out yet. Got it for really, really cheap. And of course, I got the sequel here. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing like a double feature review on these. Yeah, why not? I haven't really heard anyone talk about these, so yeah. Gonna give those ones a shot right there. This one right here is a film from the Netherlands, actually. And it was one I heard a little bit of buzz about, and I'm really kind of disappointed this one is called what it is. This is the Canadian release, and it's called The Windmill. It's also known as The Windmill Massacre, which I think is such a better title because it makes a little more sense. I was really impressed with this film, to be honest. I thought there was actually a lot of cool things about it. Yeah, check it out. If you like, your slasher films, give The Windmill a shot. Thought it was pretty cool. Now, this one right here I thought was really cool, too. Intervision. I didn't even know what this was at first when it first got announced. And I was like, okay. And then I found out it was a documentary. I'm like, oh, shit, I gotta have that. And it's called The Trial of Dracula. Check this out. I thought it was really, really cool. It goes into, like, the whole history of Dracula and Bram Stoker's book and, the real Dracula and things like that. Really cool stuff. And as an added bonus in this, they have about 94 minutes of just Dracula trailers, which is super cool. If you know me, I'm a really, really big fan of trailer compilations. So this one kind of has this like internal, trailer compilation inside of it. It's pretty cool, man. So give this one a shot from Intervision. Good stuff. Now this one right here was sent to me by my man Matt. Again, you and your horror movies. Big shout out to him. What's up, buddy? Yeah, he picked this one up at a convention for me. Had it signed. It says to Moods. Thanks and enjoy. Whatever it says on, I can't, the glare is so nasty on there. But this one's called Bernard T. Ward's Popcorn Bag of Terror. I did an unboxing for this on a Top 10 Tuesday video, which is so random. But I haven't checked this one out yet, but it looks super, super fun. Low budget stuff, so. Now this is one I've had on my wish list for a long time. Really big fan of the director, Ivan Zuakan. He's done a bunch of films that I really enjoyed and stuff. He is I think he is an Italian director, and he does a lot of H.P. Lovecraft adaptions. And this one right here is called the Shunt House. Holy fuck, I can't talk. The Shunt House. And I haven't watched this one yet, but looking forward to checking this one out right here. So next up is one that I started to watch, and I didn't finish it because it was boring or anything. I actually ended up falling asleep. It was super late. I was tired. And I had to get up early in the morning, but I was actually laughed out loud a couple of times in this. And Chars, it's like a killer boar film. It's an Asian film. It's a Korean killer boar film that is 2 hours long. It's so crazy. I couldn't believe the running time on this. When I popped in and I checked the info, and I was like, 2 hours? That's insanity. But it was actually pretty funny. The comedy it's very kind of slapsticky and stuff, but I was actually having a lot of fun with it. It was pretty interesting. The director, I read a little thing, he said he made this film because at the time there was no like kind of killer animal films coming out of Korea, so he wanted to do one. So anyways, he came up with Killer Boar in Chars. Next up here is a few Christmas films that I got. This one right here was sent to me, homie, from the my Facebook group page, and just out of the kindness of his heart, he sent this to me, and it's called Christmas Cruelty. This is a Norwegian Yeah, Norwegian. No, it's yeah, it is actually Norwegian, I believe. And I haven't checked it out yet. I'm planning on actually doing a review of this later on here, sometime in December and stuff. So be on the lookout for that. But this is one that I've been wanting to check out for a long time. Sorry about the glare. And yeah, Christmas Cruelty looks pretty cool. Next up here is one that I've heard nothing but bad things, but I have to check it out because it's a Christmas related horror film. I love holiday horror. If it's good or bad, I'll always check it out. And this one is called Krampus The Reckoning. This was one of like 3 Krampus films that came out last December, November, whatever. I heard this one is complete and utter shit, but lo and behold, there actually is a sequel coming out, I think in like a week or something for this. That's pretty crazy. I believe it's called Krampus Unleashed or something like that. So got that one coming too. Next up is one of the other Krampus films that came out called Krampus the Christmas Devil. I heard this one's pretty bad also. Whatever, give it a shot. And of course, they actually made a sequel to this by the same director, Jason Hall, and Krampus 2, The Devil Returns. I'm sure they're probably going to make a trilogy out of this. Who really knows? But yeah, got to check those ones, and I'll be checking them out this month. Now, here's a film right here that when I first watched this one, I really did not care for this film whatsoever. And everyone's been telling me I should check it out again. And this was kind of like the first one of these wave of films that was called, like, the Exorcism of insert name. This one right here, I don't know what it is. I don't really remember it too much, but I don't really care for it. And that's The Exorcism of Emily Rose. It was $2. I found it at a pawn shop, so I was like, whatever, I'll just check it out. The widescreen unrated version too, so but yeah, I'm gonna give it another shot. Why not? Big shout out to my man Dave Z from the Exploding Heads Horror Podcast. He kind of convinced me to pick this one up again. So this one right here coming from Sub Rosa Studios, and it's called A Nightmare. Apparently it is an actual night slasher film, so that sounds pretty damn cool. I gotta check it out, for a couple bucks. Why not? This one, I just needed to complete my Lake Placid collection. I've heard this one's really, really bad, but I mean, really all the Lake Placid films aren't that good, so whatever. This one actually has Robert Englund in it, believe it or not, and it's Lake Placid vs. Anaconda. I still absolutely hate this title. I think it's ridiculous, stupid, but it's still kind of funny, though. Kind of makes me laugh. Here's one I can't believe I didn't have in the collection. I've seen this movie before. This is a brand new sealed copy. I just got it in a little bit ago. I have not had time to check it out. And that's Cameron's Closet. This one, I think it came in the late 80s, I believe. Yeah, 87 it says. I remember watching this one when I was younger and really enjoying this one, but I don't really remember it too much. So Cameron's Closet, go check that one out. Picked up the slasher film Heebie Jeebies. Now, when I was watching this film, I was kind of in and out of it. I was busy, I was doing shit, but I really didn't care for it. I might have to give it another watch, but this one has a really strange structure. It almost feels like an anthology film the way it's about this girl that's having these dreams of, all of her friends being killed, so she brings them all together. And of course, when that happens, it's just easy pickings, right, for the killer. So basically what's happening is when she falls asleep, she has these dreams and she sees like her friends getting killed and things like that. But the whole scenes play out, and it kind of plays out in like an anthology type format. It's really kind of strange, but very, very low budget. At first I was really, really hating this film, and I was like, it's not so bad, but overall product pretty underwhelming. So if you're going to pick up that Heebie Jeebies film, I got to grab this one too. It's the creature feature Heebie Jeebies. I can't believe there actually is one film named Heebie Jeebies, but there's fucking 2 of them. That's ridiculous. I heard this one. I actually don't really know if I've heard much about this one. I think my boy Matt says this one's actually pretty decent, so why not? It was a couple bucks, like $2 or $3, so why not? Now, this one I seen on Matt's shelf by shelf videos, and it just triggered something, and I was like, oh dude, I've actually wanted to check this movie out, and it's called Blood Tide. I think this one is more or less kind of a thriller, but it's got James Earl Jones in it. I mean, really, gotta check this shit out, man. It looks kind of cool. From the early 70s, I believe. I think it came out in. I don't know, man. This is like such a cheap looking DVD from Platinum. Gotta be shitty quality. So yeah. Next up is pretty much the last Wes Craven film. I think this is the only Wes Craven film besides that one non-horror one that he did that I didn't own, and that is Red Eye. Never seen this film, and I heard pretty bad things about it too. But need it for the Wes Craven collection. $2. couldn't pass it up. Now this one I've actually been wanting to check out for a long time because I've heard this one is kind of quirky and very, very strange and shit like that. It's pretty interesting actually. Like there's a lot of weird things about this one. It's called the Mesmerist. This one right here is based off of Edgar Allan Poe's stuff, and they kind of twisted his stories into like a twisted comedy, and so it's like a dark comedy. It's got Neil Patrick Harris, Jessica Capshaw's in this. Apparently it's really fucking weird and shit like that, so I've been really wanting to check this one out for a long time. I can't remember when it came out, probably in the mid-2000s or something rather. Yeah, 2006 it says on here, but yeah, I don't know. I found it for a couple bucks. It's like, kind of triggered my memory, and I was like, I want to check that out. Next up is another one I've seen on Matt's shelf by shelf video, and I was like, you know what, this one just looks so bad, I had to pick it up, but it's called Deep Evil. Look at this cover, man. It's the cover, and I was like such a sucker for this thing. It just looks so bad, but I don't know if this is like a Canadian film or what, but it says with partition of Canada. Interesting, so who knows. Here's another one I've actually heard good things about. Honestly, I've actually heard pretty good things about this film, and I don't know why, but it's won like best features and all this shit, but this cover art is just atrocious. It's called Experiment. I've had this one in my cart for a long time, and I actually found it at a pawn shop for $2, so I was like, well, I might as well just grab it. It's $2, so yeah, I don't know. The Experiment, cheapy, why not? This one right here I've actually heard pretty good things about too. I think this is more or less kind of a thriller, I want to say. Yeah, and this one is called Just Anna, right there. Another one I heard pretty decent things about too, so gotta check that one out. Now this one right here, I grabbed because of the director, David Duchovny. You know, he did, I think he did a couple of the fucking Puppet Master films, I believe. If I remember correctly. I can't remember. He's done a bunch of stuff though. But yeah, it's called Sisterhood. It was released by Image, so it's probably just pure and utter shit, but yeah, we'll give it a shot. $2, whatever. This one right here looked pretty interesting. It's called Love Object. Another low budget. I think it's like a psychological thriller. It's kind of like a take on Frankenstein in a way, but more psychological. Things like that. So yeah, look kind of cool. And I actually didn't have a copy of this. And you know, I think this one was $2.50, still sealed. So I'm like, whatever. Might as well just grab it on DVD. Don't really give a shit. It's a pretty bad film, but it was pretty fun. Piranha Double D. Yeah, man. Fucking David Hasselhoff in this film actually made me laugh a lot. Pretty funny shit, so. But yeah, moving along here. Watched this one last night. 13 cameras from this year. I thought this one was pretty good, man. I thought it was really good. It had a few plot holes in it, but, you know, lo and behold, the idea is kind of scary about this couple that's having marital problems. They move into this new house where their landlord's set up surveillance and he's watching them and, yeah, you know, does that type of thing. So, pretty cool stuff. I enjoyed it. So did the wife, actually. This is actually one of my favorite movies of the year. I know this one's on Netflix. You guys can check it out there. DVD is a little bit expensive still. I actually found a used copy for relatively cheap. So, I had to jump on it. And that is Darling. This one's actually really fucking good. Shot in black and white. Really, really kind of creepy atmosphere to it and stuff. But check out Darling. Really enjoyed it. I got a few here from Full Moon. Grabbed another one of these Full Moon Grindhouse Collection DVDs. Mutant Hunt's been on the list for a long time. I was like, why not? Pull the trigger on it. I have seen this movie before years ago. I can't quite remember it too well. But I remember it being really, really bad. So, next up here we got Hell Asylum. Another Full Moon cheapie. So, yeah, why not? You know, good old Full Moon. Been wanting to see this one forever. I was happy that Full Moon announced this one. Well, I'm surprised it never came out earlier. I mean, this is directed by Charles Band, and that's called Crash. So, yeah, Killer Car, I think that's what it is. Yeah, but anyways. And then this one right here I've had, again, on the wish list for so long. It's called Horror Vision. This is a anthology film. Just looks utterly ridiculous, like from 2000. So, yeah, we'll give it a shot. Why not? This one right here was interesting. I didn't even know it was actually released by Anchor Bay, like original Anchor Bay. Yeah, there's the Anchor Bay right there. And it's called The Fallen Ones. Now, I popped this thing in, and it's just so bad. It's, like, ridiculously bad. It's so funny, man. It's got, like, these big-ass monsters and stuff, and the effects are just hilarious in this, man. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to finish it. Again, I was watching late at night and kind of fell asleep and didn't end up finishing it, but I got to finish this one. So, but it was just, oh my God, it was so bad. It was making me laugh, man. It was ridiculous. Another one that was just so bad, like really, really bad. Memorial Day. You know, I picked this one up because, you know, it's a holiday themed slasher film. I'm such a fucking sucker for these type of films. And this one was just really bad. Like, everything about this one was really bad, and it was just kind of pissing me off watching this film, but yeah, don't really recommend that one. It was pretty shitty. This one right here, you know, at first I was not digging it at all watching. I've been saying that a lot during this update. But then, you know, it turned out to be okay. I actually kind of like this movie, and it's called The Doorway. It's got Roy Schneider in it. Very, very low budget. It almost feels like a TV film from like the early 2000s. It actually came out in 2000, but, you know, honestly, this one kind of turned into a cheese fest, and it was quite enjoyable, actually. It's kind of ridiculous, but, yeah, it's kind of fun, though. This one I enjoyed, though. I'm a really big fan of horror, yeah, really, of, you know, road horror films, and anything to do with, you know, road horror and stuff, I always have to jump on. This one's called Highwayman, with Jim Caviezel, whatever, the guy that played Jesus in that really shitty film, Passion of the Christ. This one was actually pretty fun. It was pretty good shit, man. The killer in this film is like so ridiculous, man. I'm not gonna give it away, but like just how fucked up he is and stuff, like physically, it's just ridiculous, man. It's so funny. Yeah, Highwayman, pretty cool stuff. Got this one in yesterday. Heard pretty good things about this one, actually, so I don't know. I guess we'll check it out for myself. Vampire film, I believe. Underworld meets Children of Men. It's a really interesting comparison right there. But it's called Perfect Creature. So that cover, I don't know, but whatever. Looks alright. Again, from Intervision here, we got Deported Women of the SS Special Section. This one has been on my wish list forever, and I actually bought this used, and it came factory sealed, and I got this thing for $5. Now, for some reason, this one and the other one that Intervision released are so expensive all the time. I couldn't believe this thing came sealed. It said used in good shape or whatever, but yeah, I guess so, right? It's still sealed. So that was kind of a score. Doesn't happen very often. I mean, it happens if you order from Second Spin every once in a while, but this was actually Amazon, so really weird. Yeah, love my Nazi exploitation. Really big sucker for those type of things. This is another one that I saw on Matt's video, and I've been wanting to check out, and it just, again, I was like, oh, I need to check that out, man. It's called Intercessor, Another Rock and Roll Nightmare. It's like the sequel to Rock and Roll Nightmare, with, of course, John Michael Thor. But I love Rock and Roll Nightmare, so, you know, I forgot about this film for so long, and Matt's video triggered my memory on this one. I was like, ah, shit, yeah, and this was cheap, man. It was like $4 or $5 Prime or something, so, yeah, had to do it. Finally got my hands on this one from 1986. It's called The Vindicator. This is a Region 2 DVD from the UK. And this one is basically RoboCop. This film actually came out before RoboCop. It's got very similar storyline. Just lower budget and stuff. Super fun, though. I really enjoyed this film. Check it out, man. If you're a fan of, you know, RoboCop, man. It's lower budget, but it's pretty cool stuff. This is actually a German DVD that's out of print, so it does go for a little bit of money. I fortunately found this one for dirt cheap, so it was in my wish list for fucking ever, and I finally found a copy. It's been a couple years. This one right here just looks ridiculous. Ice Road Terror. I don't even know what I'm doing with my life anymore. I don't know. This one looks cool, man. Prey. This one is apparently inspired by true events. Something to do with lions and shit like that out in, I'm assuming, Africa. So this one's got Peter Weller's in this film, which is fantastic, man. I love Peter Weller, so got to give that one a shot. I've actually heard good things about that one. Now, I decided I'm going to try and pick up all the films on the Section 3 list of the Video Nasties, and I found a few of them, actually. This one right here, every time I've seen the trailer on the Video Nasties documentary, it just looks so weird, and it is, man. I watched this. This is such a strange movie. Pretty cool, man. And the transfer's not as bad as I was anticipating it to be, and it's called Bloodlust. I mean, when you get a DVD and there's really no company, and it's released by DVD Movie, you know your shit is going to be beyond ridiculous. But lo and behold, it actually was watchable. It wasn't the worst VHS transfer I've ever seen. But that's pretty much all you can get. I don't think this movie has any other types of releases, which is very unfortunate. But there's a lot of films called Bloodlust, so if you're going to go after this, just make sure you're getting the right one. But yeah, it's just it's a fucking weird. It's cool, man. It's different. Really cool. Next up here is Lost Voyage, Judd Nielsen and Lance Hendrickson. Again, saw this on Matt's video, and I was like, oh shit, man, I can get this one for a couple bucks, so why not? Give it a shot. That's why I love watching people's shelf by shelf videos, man. It's incredible the stuff that, sometimes you don't have, and you're like, oh, I gotta check that out. For Massacre Video, we got City in Panic, also known as The AIDS Murders. This is a Canadian shot on video slasher film from like the 80s. I've seen this one under a different title. It wasn't either under City of Panic or The AIDS Murders. I have it in a six pack or something like that. I can't remember the DVD thing I have. But I have seen this movie before, and I remember it being pretty bad, but pretty awesome. So, City in Panic. Here's another one on the Section 3 list that I actually didn't even know was released by Troma, oddly enough, and it's called Escape from Hell. Again, got it for really cheap. It's kind of like a woman in prison movie, something like that, exploitation type deal from like 1980. Somehow found its way on the Section 3 list. Yeah, this was 1 penny on Amazon. Couldn't pass it up. Came in like great shape. I mean, really. I mean, it's awesome. Just paid for shipping. I don't even get that, man. They came from the U.S. and it cost more than $3.49 to ship it, so they lost money on that. It's pretty funny to me. Next up here is another one I found on Matt's video. I've been saying Matt a lot in this one, but he actually mentioned his name when he showed my name when he showed this one because it's based on a boat. It's Chupacabra Terror, and apparently this is not set on a boat. I love horror movies set on boats. I know I joke about it a lot on the podcast, but I honestly like boat horror because I like that setting, man. There's just nowhere to go when you're on a boat. But yeah, I gotta check this out. It looks ridiculous fun. Next up is Plaguers. This one looks pretty damn cool. Kind of looks like a sci-fi type deal. I don't know. It's got Steve Railsback in it. That's what sold me. I'm a really big fan of Steve Railsback. I think he is an underrated actor. He's done so much good stuff. He played Charles Manson in the Helter Skelter film. He played Ed Gein. He's done some really cool character type roles that he's really pulled off well. And yeah, Steve Railsback, definitely worth the entry for me. Finally got my hands on this. This kind of bounces around in price, and I think it went out of print or something. I don't know. But that is Curse of the Demon and Night of the Demon double feature. I can't believe I didn't have this in the collection. It's ridiculous. I absolutely love this movie, so it's crazy. Next up here, we got a box set that I've seen on Terror for Tom's channel and Matt's. And yeah, I didn't really know anything about this. Apparently, this is the only one that there is of this, and it's a They Feed in Savage Spirit, which is pretty cool. So they're done by the same director, Corey Turner, which is kind of cool. And yeah, there's Savage Spirit right there. And They Feed, a couple low-budget films from like the mid-2000s type deal. Going to give these a shot. Maybe I'll do like a double feature review of these. Kind of took the whole month off reviewing, as you guys probably noticed if you're watching my channel. Just been uploading podcasts, Top 10 Tuesdays. That 31 Days of Horror it's just so much for 1 month that I just really wanted to take some time away from doing reviews, but I'll come back to them. And last up for the DVDs here, we've got, with the horror DVDs, we got Hotel. We got Hotel season, what is it, season 5 or something? Yeah, season 5. Yeah, I got to get around to watching American Horror Story, man, so don't really know why I keep buying these things, but I keep getting them for really good deals. This was $10, so I'm like, I think this one just came out too, so $10, whatever. Can't pass it up, but yeah, that's gonna do it for the horror DVDs here. And yeah, I got a couple non-horror DVDs that I'll show, and then we'll get into the Blu-rays here. So stay tuned. Yeah.
If you're tired of waiting for laxatives to work, you may find this hard to believe. You can get relief in under 1 hour in most cases with predictable Dulcolax suppositories. Because it's a suppository, Dulcolax can work in just 15 minutes to 1 hour. Believe it. Predictable Dulcolax is proven in hospitals, prescribed by doctors for gentle, normal relief of constipation problems. Predictable Dulcolax. Tablets for overnight relief or suppositories that work in under 1 hour.
Yeah, save these for this part of the video, I don't know. But I did grab a couple like non-horror stuff. And this one right here, I actually can't believe that I found a copy of this in a pawn shop for $2 because this one goes for ridiculous money too, man. Like crazy money. It's an original Anchor Bay release of fucking Tough Turf. Now, I love this movie, man. It's great. James Spader, Robert Downey's in this one. Basically about James Spader. He's like this new kid at the school, and he kind of pisses off these punks at the school, and then he gets into a huge feud with them and stuff. Pretty cool stuff, man. But this one goes for crazy, crazy money. It was definitely a cool find for $2. So, like Tough Turf, picked up American Ninja 5. For whatever reasons, this one did not get released on Blu-ray, so I had to grab it $2. I've actually never seen the fifth one before. Yeah, it's really strange. David Bradley. Mr. it's Pat Morta. That's so awesome, man. Yeah, I've never actually seen this movie. It's pretty awesome stuff. This one right here, I've actually never seen the original film, and I've even reviewed the remake called Reckless that was put out by Artsploitation Films, and it's called The Disappearance of Alice Creed. Now, I don't know. For some reason, I feel like I have seen this film, but I'm not 100% sure. I think when I pop this in, it'll refresh my memory. I keep saying I haven't, but I have a feeling I have seen this. I'm not sure. But Disappearance of Alice Creed. Picked up Caddyshack 2. Always liked this film. I think it's like a bad sequel, but it's really fun. I'm such a big fan of Chevy Chase, man. I love these old... And this one's just got a ridiculous cast, and there's so many people. Dan Aykroyd, fucking... Randy Quaid. There's so many people in this film, man. It's ridiculous. Robert Stack, of course. Good stuff. Caddyshack 2. And we got Deathtrap with Michael Caine, Christopher Reeve. This one I've always wanted to check out. I think there's a Blu-ray this one. I'm pretty sure there is, but for $2, whatever. Old snapper case. Ridiculous. Now I know there is a Blu-ray for this film. And I haven't seen this one in years, but I actually remember kind of enjoying this one. Again, it's got like a ridiculous cast. And it's called Capricorn 1. This one actually has Elliot Gould, James Brolin, Brendan Vicario, Sam Walterson, O.J. Simpson, Hal Holbrook, Karen Black, Telly Savalas. This one's got a crazy cast, man. Yeah, I know it's on Blu-ray, but whatever. $2. I'm not gonna pass it up, so it is what it is, but... Yeah. Alright, man, let's get into these Blu-rays. Yeah!
It can happen anywhere. That itch you can't scratch, embarrassing odor, you don't feel like yourself. Vagisil medicated wipes relieves itch, odor, even cleanses. Fast. Be the woman you want to be 100% of the time. Vagisil.
Alrighty, Blue Rizzle time. And I got some fucking good pickups this month, man. Really good stuff. First up here is one that I wish I had got this before I made my last Top 10 Tuesday video of my modern vampire films, because I had this one in my car for so long, it was just never dropping in price. Made the video, then I ordered it, and turns out I love this film. It probably would have made my top 10. Actually, most definitely would have made my top 10. And that is called Only Lovers Left Alive, from Jim Jarmusch, however you say his name. Awesome director. This one was really good. It's kind of a slow-paced film, kind of like a romantic, I mean, I use that term loosely. I mean, there is a relationship going on in the film, but it's not just about that. I just love the setting of this one. You know, it's about these vampires that have kind of had it with, you know, dealing with what they call zombies, which are the humans. And they really just kind of want to keep to themselves. They're done with killing people, so they survive off getting O-negative blood from, like, this hospital and stuff. But the cool thing is, man, the lead character, the lead vampire in this film, he's into music and things like that, and he is living like on the outskirts of Detroit, and it's really cool because they picked that setting because there's not a lot of people around. It's like a ghost town now and stuff, and they really showcase that. You know, the cinematography in this film is just really fantastically done, and the acting, the story, the music, like there's just a lot of really good shit. Rest in peace to Anton Yelchin. He plays kind of like an A&R guy in this film. He's really good in this one too. Yeah, awesome film, man. Really good stuff. Check out this one. Loved it. Next up here from Kino, the Kino Classics line, we got the Undyne Monster from 1942. This was awesome. Really enjoyed this movie. I knew I was gonna like this film, man. So check out the Undyne Monster. Really good stuff. Next up, we got Chosen Survivors. I've actually not watched this one yet. but it does look pretty cool from 1974. I like this. It's like the reversible. I don't know. There is no reversible art. What am I talking about? But yeah, Chosen Survivors looks pretty cool. Then we got The Earth Dies Screaming, directed by Terrence Fisher. That's pretty cool. This one came out in 1964, and yeah, cool stuff, man. Really, really looking forward to checking that one out right there. Now, I can't even believe this movie hit Blu-ray. I can't believe that Kino put this out. This just blows my mind. Directed by Ted V. Michaels, low-budget trash director. I own like all of his movies. Ridiculous. It's got John Carradine in it. Astro Zombies. From 1968. I still can't believe this movie came out in 1968 because I saw this years and years and years ago, and it just, I don't know, man. I still can't believe this one came out in the 60s. I think it's because the sequels are so spread out. I know he did a couple in like the 2000s or something like that, 3 and 4. But really ridiculous film. Yep. Next up here we got The Conjuring 2. I watched this last night and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was actually quite good. There was a couple parts in this that I thought were pretty bad, actually. I'm not going to give them away or anything, but there was just one part I bursted out laughing. It actually made me laugh. I was like, was that supposed to be scary or what the fuck? It just, I don't know if it was intentionally, I don't know. If it was, I just don't know, but it was funny. The Conjuring 2, it's pretty good though, gotta say. The fucking sound design in this film is fantastic. It just sounds really great. Next up here, I got a bunch from Code Red. I got like this crazy Code Red haul. I got this one with from Diabolic though, and that is Black Candles. Finally picked up this one. Can't wait to check this movie out. I've never seen it before. It's from the director, what's his name? Jose R. Larens. He's directed a bunch of films I like. Yeah, he directed, of course, Vampires. Symptoms is the other one. Symptoms is really good too. But yeah, Black Candles. Heard there's a really fucked up part in this film with a goat or something. So looking forward to that. Break out the KY for that bitch. Yeah, next up here is a William Freud film called Trapped. I did watch this, man, and you know the weird thing is, I was so in and out of this film and tired, I can't even remember it that well. It's so strange. It's more or less like an action film, like an action type thriller, almost type deal, with some gore and shit. It's weird. I do have to revisit though. I was just completely out of it, but yeah. Happy to have Trapped. Finally got my hands on this one. The Rats Are Coming, The Werewolves Are Here, from 1972. So, you know, it's got rats in it, so maybe I think I might have enough to do another Killer Rat theme week. So, the only person in history ever to review 21 fucking rat films. But, I love my Killer Rat films, but, yeah, that looks pretty damn cool. Again, Code Red. Finally got this one. I wanted this film forever. Still haven't even opened it. I haven't checked it out. 1973's Terror Circus. You know, actually, if anyone's seen any of these Code Red titles, let me know what the transfers are like, you know, just down in the comment section, if you've seen them and stuff. Because I'm always curious, because some of the new Code Red titles are actually getting pretty good transfers, which is crazy. Because when they first started doing Blu-rays, they were pretty generic, pretty shitty and stuff. But they seem to be coming along, so. But, yeah, Terror Circus. Looking forward to checking that one out. Heard this one is really fucked up, like a huge vagina monster. That is enough to get me to buy this one. 1980, The Strangeness. Yeah, good shit, man. Good shit. It's pretty cool to see that he's putting like features on these and stuff too. This one's got 6 short films from the director. That's really cool, man. Michael Hillman. Actually, no, it's not. It's like from someone else. I don't know why they did that. It's really strange, but anyways. Now, I've been hearing such good things about this film. I've been wanting to get this film forever, and I was so jealous. Everyone kept getting this film. I was watching people's updates and stuff, and I hadn't got it yet. And I couldn't get my hands on it. And then finally it came up on the Screener's Archive website, so I snagged it up, and that's Cutthroats 9. Oh, man, I've heard this one's so good. I might even watch this after this update tonight, because I got nothing else to do, so I'm going to, you know, do that. Another one here, The People Own the Dark. I was going to buy this DVD so many times, the Code Red DVD, and I just never did, and then it finally came out on Blu-ray, and I was like, wow, might as well grab it, so whatever. Produced by Sean S. Cunningham, produced this film. I've heard that it's pretty good. It's pretty decent stuff, so yeah, we'll check it out. Last up for the Code Reds, we got the Obsessed one. I've heard from a lot of people this one's pretty bad. But you know what? it looks pretty fun to me. So I just don't even know what to expect from this one, man. It looks like blaxploitation meets like Satanism. I don't know what's going on in this one. It just looks ridiculous. So, but yeah, oh, my throat's killing me. Yeah. Next up here is Savage Weekend. I gotta say, man, Scorpion did a really good job with this transfer. Looks really good, but it is a pretty bad movie. The best thing about this movie is William Sanderson, and there's an awesome interview on here with William Sanderson, kind of talking about like his career and things like that. Pretty cool stuff. But you know, it's pretty generic, to be honest. It's slow, and you know, there's lots of nudity and shit like that. But I don't know, man. It just could have been a lot better. This one was actually made in 1976, didn't come out till 79, 80 or something like that. So, you know, it came out in the glory years of slasher films and stuff, but it was made like prior, so it feels kind of disconnected a little bit, but yeah, it's okay. You know, for a laugh and stuff. It's really bad though. Next up is It Came From Outer Space. I love this movie, man. This is such a fun film. I don't know why I don't hear many more people talk about this one. I think it's so much fun. 1953, black and white classics. Yeah, comes with 2D and 3D versions. I don't fuck with 3D, so whatever. Next up here is another one from Real Gore Release, and I have not gotten around to checking this one out yet, but I heard this one is just batshit insane, over the top, non-stop gore. It's a German flick, and it's called The Curse of Dr. Wolfenstein. Yeah, this one runs an hour, 115 minutes. Damn, that's crazy. It's so crazy, but I heard it's just like non-stop ridiculous gore, so yeah. But I don't know if I can really show that. That's pretty damn gory. Oh no, there's vagina and boobs. Shit. But yeah, so gotta check that one out. Looks really batshit crazy. I thought I'd give this one another shot. I didn't really care for it too much first time I seen it, but for like $3 for the Blu-ray, I was like, whatever, man, I gotta do it. From Alexandra Aja Mears, Kiefer Sutherland. I remember thinking it was okay, but you know, whatever, man. I'm gonna give it another shot. So grab Mears for dirt cheap. My buddy Matt from Union Horror is probably like the 30th time I dropped his name. You guys better go subscribe. He's a cool guy. He got me this at a convention, or no, he didn't at a convention. He ordered this one out for me. I did watch it. From Steve Rosinski, who I've actually met, and I've got pictures with Steve Rosinski, actually, come to think of it, but he's a pretty cool guy. I talked to him lots at Wasteland, and I've reviewed a few of his films and stuff, but this one right here has got to be his best one so far. It's Carousel. It's the most fucking retarded idea for a movie ever. Like, it really is, man. It's about this carousel horse that goes on a rampage and starts killing people one by one. It's ridiculous, like this fucking plastic horse that's like stationary. Holy shit, man, there's some funny ass shit in this. And I have to say, man, I think one of the best parts of the film actually is when Steve Rosinski actually comes into the film and he plays the pizza boy. And he's just like blatantly disregarding this chick hitting on him and stuff. She's basically telling him she wants to fuck him, and he's just like so worried about getting the payment for the pizza and shit. It's actually kind of funny, but man, there were so many parts in this. It was so funny. There's even a part in here where they're fucking ripping on Canadians. I thought was pretty funny too. But yeah, you know, Carousel, you gotta check one out. It's ridiculous. So much fun. Next up is one I also did watch, and it's called 10 Cloverfield Lane. I'm sure you guys know everything about this movie, but John Goodwin just fucking kills this role. He's so good in this movie. I think this is actually pretty damn good. I think there's, you know, for what it is, it's pretty cool. I think the ending was a little too much, but they did set this one up for another sequel, so we'll see what's going to happen. This one is more or less like a sequel in name, unless this is one part of the world that Cloverfield was set in. This is just another story set in that world. If that's the case, that's, you know, it is what it is, but it doesn't have any direct connection to Cloverfield. Pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. I enjoyed it. Good acting in the film. Next up here from Massacre Video is Nurse Jill. Now, when I first ordered this one out, I thought this movie was old. Like, I thought it was like from the 80s or something. Because maybe I was thinking Death Nurse. I don't know. But this one is actually a brand new film from 2016, and it's really strange. It's kind of done silent. You know, there's... it's done silent with subtitles and stuff, just like those old films. And it has... the storyline's crazy. It's got this really creepy fucking killer with this mask, but there's a lot of guys masturbating in this film, and like, it's just blatant penis cinematography and stuff. I'm just like, there's so much cock in it. It's crazy. It's really fucking weird. This is not going to be for everybody. It's artsy, it's strange, it flows very oddly because it's silent, and it's kind of jarring at times when you're watching it, but it's definitely one I'm gonna check out again just to see what a second viewing actually holds for it. So, but yeah, Nurse Jill thought it was kind of cool. Next up here is The Mind's Eye. I really fucking love this movie. How I describe this movie is that this is the Scanner sequel that we never got. I think I probably stole that quote from somebody, but it is so true. If someone else quoted that, it's so true because it's basically what it is. It's about people with scanner powers, and it's done pretty good. The effects are really good. They're super gory and stuff. The storyline's pretty simple, and I think I've heard from a lot of people that they found the storyline to be just too basic. It is what it is, though. I thought it had some pretty good action sequences in it, or good fight sequences and things like that. Like I said, the effects were awesome. Really awesome soundtrack to this one. The soundtrack kicked ass. The guy that directed Almost Human, what's his name? Joe Begos. Yeah, I liked Almost Human too. I thought that was really cool too, but kind of got that same type of feel, kind of like that 80s vibe to it and shit like that, especially with the synth soundtrack. But check out Mind's Eye. Really cool stuff. Another one I actually checked out, and that is The Purge Election Year, which is the third one. I thought this one was pretty good. It was definitely better than the first one. I don't think it was as good as the second one, so I'd probably kind of put this one second in the trilogy right now, but there were some good moments in this, like when these chicks get all fucked up, and it's really fucking awesome. But I wasn't digging a lot of what was going on in the end, in the third act, with like this whole, just what they were doing with this senator and stuff, and there was just a lot of things. It got a little preachy, a little religious for me, and things like that, and I was just like, I didn't find it needed to go there at all. It was kind of weird, but I don't know. It's just minor kind of picks and gripes at the film, but I thought it was actually pretty good overall. The idea of the Purge is fantastic. It's pretty cool. So, The Boy. Watch this one also. It's very predictable in a sense. Even though I kind of figured this movie out like within 20 minutes what was going to happen in this one, I still kind of enjoyed this one. I know some people really liked this one and some people really didn't like this one. But for the most part, I actually thought it was kind of cool. And I think it was just like the satisfaction of going, yeah, I knew that was going to happen. I don't know. But I don't know. It was okay. It was okay. It's starring the chick from The Walking Dead, whatever her name is. She's pretty hot. Pretty cool stuff. Got a Hammer film here, Scream of Fear. I have actually never seen this one or heard of this one, so this is kind of a cool pickup. This is, what is this, the Australian Blu-ray? Yeah, something so. I think that's what it is. I don't even know where the fuck this one comes from. But whatever. Gotta check it out, so yeah, it looks pretty cool. I see the shit's right in the camera now. There we go. And then, yeah, that's going to do it for... Well, I got a couple non-horror things here I'll just kind of quickly show off. The pretty cool stuff, though. We got Rolling Thunder. Really cool revenge film here from Shell Factory. Starring William Devane. He plays, like, this officer that was... he was, like... I think he was a POW for, like, 5 or 6 years or some shit like that in Vietnam. They just tortured him to shit, and he comes back, and some people... These things happen and he has to go on revenge and stuff. And I really enjoyed this, man. I think Rolling Thunder is awesome. Just an upgrade for me. I was sick and tired of watching my DVD from year after year. I just wanted to see this one in Blu-ray. It's a funny thing. I actually watched this one already on DVD this year. And that is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. It's my favorite one. I love this movie to death. I think it's just so much fun. Everything about this shit is funny as hell. But I had to upgrade it all these years. Next up here we got Deadpool. This one finally dropped down to $9.99, so I was like, shit, yeah, I gotta grab it. Heard nothing but good things. Definitely can't wait to check this one out. I just got it in a couple days ago, so haven't had a chance. But, if you know me well, like a lot of people watching this video, Marvel film and, these type of films have really gone down the shitter for me. I know in recent time, it's kind of picked up with, some of the... the Avenger films and things like that, and Captain America films are actually quite good. But I remember, like, when fucking Iron Man 2 came out, that was kind of the killer for me, man. That movie was fucking awful. There were so many bad movies around that time, and I was just like, I'm done. I can't watch these things anymore. And but now, since they're coming out with some good ones again, gotta check out Deadpool. Gotta check it out. From all of Selective, we got Night of the Grizzly. Been wanting to see this movie, man. This one looks really damn cool. Can't wait to give it a spin. Looks pretty fucking cool. And I also picked up the Magnificent Seven collection, which I love these movies. I've actually never seen, I shouldn't say I love these, all of them, because I haven't actually seen the third and fourth one. I've only ever seen the first two, but I love the Magnificent Seven, just classic stuff. And that one, of course, is an upgrade, but the other three I did not have. So for $14, I couldn't pass this whole collection up. Pretty damn cool. And I was actually amazed that these movies actually all came on their own discs too, which is really cool. I was expecting them to be, you know, doubled up or whatever, but $14 for 4 discs, pretty cool. All right, so I got 3 more things here to show off, and this is kind of the cream of the crop right here. First up here, we got I Drink Your Blood. I do have the syringe thing is sitting over there. I just did not grab it for whatever reasons, but I did get that thing. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I Drink Your Blood, definitely competing for release of the year. This is just a fantastic fucking release, man. Really good stuff. Comes with a couple bonus films. It's got I Eat Your Skin in Blu-ray on this, or in high def, which is totally awesome. It's got another film on here called Blue Sextant. It says David Durson's long-lost X-rated psychedelic shocker, presented for the first time on home video. So I'm not sure if that's actually in high def or is it just a standard version of it, but everything is in Blu-ray. Like the features are all on, you know, on Blu-ray and shit like that. So, but yeah, if you've never seen I Drink Your Blood, this movie is so awesome. It's just pure debauchery, man. It's just fucking amazing. Such good stuff. Check it out. Love this movie to death. And the transfer is beautiful. I have the old Grindhouse DVD. It's like night and day. It's amazing what they're doing with their transfers. It really is. Like pieces, all the releases are just fantastic, but this is just incredible. Incredible what they did. Next up here we got Tales from Halloween, the 4-disc set here. I really enjoy this movie, and I have to say, man, this is one of the best looking Blu-rays ever, man. This shit looks so good on Blu-ray. Like, it is crazy how good it looks. You know, some of the stories aren't the greatest in this, but overall it has such a good Halloween feel. I think I like how everything kind of blends together and shit like that. It's pretty cool, man. I really enjoyed this, man. But watching this again on Blu-ray, holy shit. Good stuff. Really good stuff. So, and last up here, had to do it. Got a really good price on it, and I had to pick up the Herschel Gordon Lewis Feast cereal box set. Yeah, the other set that comes with the Ultimate set or whatever the fuck it was, that thing is like ridiculously cool too. But this is just awesome. See, I'm such a huge cereal freak. I always have like a million different cereals. This is like the shit to me, man. This is one of the coolest releases I've ever seen. Like, it really is. I'm not going to open it up. I'm sure you guys have all seen what's going on in here, but man, this is a brick. It's bigger than a cereal box. It's ridiculous. This is so cool, man. And it's nice to see that there was actually a couple movies in here I didn't own before. So yeah, that's kind of a bonus too, but I highly recommend this if you guys can get your hands on this. If you're a fan of Herschel Gordon, even if you're not, it's an expensive introduction, but do it, man. It's really good stuff. So, Herschel Gordon Lewis box set. I love this thing. I think it's just amazing. I mean, just to put it into perspective, this is like a normal size Blu-ray. So, really crazy stuff. But yeah, that is going to do it. I think that's everything I got anyways. It's like 100 fucking things right there. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the update. Leave comments down below. And yeah, I will see you guys next month, which I'm sure it'll probably be pretty decent. I know I've picked up a few things. I know my wife probably got me some shit too, so who fucking knows. But I'll check you guys in the end of December for that haul. And as usual, peace.